Would you live in a pod hotel?
Like the Japanese pod hotels?
Yeah. So in SF, there are now pod residences for people to rent.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Go on.
instead of this being like a tourist attraction or type of thing in Japan where you'd go and spend like a night, there are now these SF or these pods being offered for kind of a hotel. So there are these apartments that are being rented out for $700 a month, and it is I think 4 feet high and 3.5 feet wide, and it's long enough to fit a twin size mattress in it.
Oh.
Yeah,
It sounds very like I'm just imagining it in my head. It sounds very small.
it is. I mean, that is very small.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
So, they're at this location on Mint Plaza. They have a building that used to be a credit union, and it's
Okay.
been transformed into this kind of hotel, or not hotel, like landlord place. And
Mhm.
now the top floor, the third floor of the building is now full of these pods, and the pods, there's 20 of them there, and 20
Okay.
people live in there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How much is this?
Oh yeah, $700 a month.
Okay, $700 a month. That's $700 a month.
Yeah, in SF.
Oh no. Okay.
But Wi-Fi and utilities are included.
Okay. Wi-Fi utility. That's actually not so bad of a deal, but I mean, you get no space
Yeah.
whatsoever. I don't. You.
Have you ever stayed at a hostel before?
Yes, I have.
So I feel like it would be like that type of living arrangement where like you are only staying there because you need somewhere to sleep, and there are like shared amenities.
Yes, there is hostels that you also have one bedroom, by the way. Just so,
Mm-hmm.
but you're talking about like hostels within a group setting where there's like maybe bunk beds or any something like that where you're sharing the living space.
This one, well, the living space is shared, but you have your own like individual pod.
Yeah.
So it's like these little like basically boxes that you'll live in. People have compared them to
Coffins?
no, well yeah, probably, but they were saying pet crates.
Oh, pecker. I
Yeah.
don't know which one's worse, but okay, go on.
Probably coffin would be worse.
Okay.
So this is all fine and dandy, like this is great. Like, all the tenants seem to really like the arrangements, really cheap. They get to stay in SF and
Yeah, I
have
think it's good.
low cost thing. I mean, like from the outside perspective, it's bad, but if you wanted to live in the city and you don't make enough, this is a pretty decent arrangement without being forced out on the streets. However, the Department of Building and Inspection is going to review
Oh my god.
this arrangement after it was popularized by an AI startup founder who
Okay.
is now staying there because he makes no money because it's a startup.
Hmm.
He, I guess, popularized it. So now and brought in like the news crew, and now it was put on the map, and now the city's out to get them.
This is crazy.
Hmm.
I could. Oh my god.
I'd
There's
be pissed if I was their neighbor and like you brought these people here, and now I'm getting kicked out of my $700 room. I'd be upset.
oh crate, $700 crate.
Well, I mean, like
I mean,
it,
it's
it's somewhere to live.
yeah, it
If you
is
had to
true.
live in the city,
That is true, and that's probably the least amount that you will probably pay in
yeah,
that in San Francisco.
yeah. So the average rent is about $3,000 a month. So I mean,
Yeah.
3,000 or $700.
Yeah. So it's a fairly good deal if you don't mind living in like a four by 3 foot space. So honestly, pretty good.
Yeah. So would you live in one of these if you? I mean, you do work in SF, so
That is true. So I think that it would be the thing is for me
yeah.
is I would stay here maybe a night or two if I had to stay
Mm,
overnight in San
yeah.
Francisco. But I don't think I would go any further than that because I think it would be too much because I think even the ones in Japan they rent them out. It's like a hotel
Yeah, it's hotel.
which you pay daily, and I think it's like $15. So
Mhm.
I could see these like if you just need a place to sleep, I think it's good. But like at this point, San Francisco has gone so expensive where it's like $15.
Because like
$700 a
so
month.
the thing is that these type of arrangements aren't as crazy as people may think, and I will go into it after you consider liking and subscribing to this video. We come out with videos daily and have a library of over 100 videos, closing in on I think 200 at this
Mm-hmm.
point. So yeah, if you find this interesting, we have a bunch of other ones that you might like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something in there that you will like. And you know what? Subscribing doesn't cost you anything. It's free and we put videos out daily. So consider subscribing. It really does help out the channel.
So, for those who stayed past that, um, this is not a rare phenomenon. Like these really small, like
Capsules?
arrangements, basically capsules.
Yeah.
Um, in Hong Kong, one
Oh,
of the most expensive places to live in the world,
I did not expect this, by the way.
they have very super cramped spaces. Like it is much more cramped than I think this place is.
I
Like
I have seen some property in Hong Kong, by the way, where the square footage is so small.
yeah, it's like enough. Like how would I describe it? Maybe the size of a closet is all they have.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
very very tiny.
It's one of the most expensive cities in the world, too, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it like to buy land there or not land, this buy an apartment is like wild.
Yeah.
But that's the type of place that was like that have these type of arrangements. I think there was reports of like places in New York City. I mean, a lot of places in New York City are very very tiny as
Yeah.
well. Like there's also like um what is that called? It's basically like where you live in the attic.
Oh,
Those types of
interesting.
places.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like those places or like the Harry Potter living situation
Oh my
where you live under the
god.
stairs.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I have one more. I have a couple more things actually to say
Okay,
about
yeah.
this. So it reminds me. You mentioned New York too. I think New York too
Mm,
also has buildings that have bought the rights to be used, the air rights to be used above certain buildings
interesting.
where they have built like living spaces above other buildings, but
Really?
yeah, but they're connected to one single building. Like let's say
Oh
there's a
wow.
restaurant on the side,
Uh-huh.
there's a building right next to it that has built up and to the side of the restaurant, but literally not touching it, but above it.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
so spaces in these places, it doesn't make sense to have like these pods or these capsules or like any of
Yeah.
these like small living quarters because like places like New York, Hong Kong, or
Mm,
like Singapore,
yeah,
Tokyo,
probably.
any of these places all have really high rents. So if people want to just live somewhere, this is a totally
Yeah.
accessible because $700 in
You could afford it.
California, yeah, it's not too bad.
You
Not
could
too bad.
afford it with like working a minimum wage job actually. Like that's like if you're thinking like, oh, well, how much money would you need to like live in the city making minimum wage? Most people have to commute in.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can pay $700, like even close by, like you won't find anything like that.
No, no, it's crazy. And you know what? It'll be interesting to see what happens to
Oh,
them.
I think they're gone.
Do you think they're gone?
No, there's no way.
Okay, so
Think about the like all the like earthquake control stuff and like there's probably not all like seismically like sound like did someone inspect all the things to make sure that they wouldn't get crushed?
yeah, so okay, so if you're here, if you're still here, one of the things
Yeah.
this is going to a tangent here. Um One of the things that Mayor London Bree had said, San Francisco mayor, is they wanted to build more affordable housing. So why is this not
I think it's
something?
because it
I,
wasn't built like to code.
yeah, I
That
understand that,
that's probably the issue.
but they could probably work with them to build it up to code. But I know there's
That's
a
like a
lot.
huge
Yeah.
investment on the because they already built it.
Yes, but
They're
this
doing it under the table probably at this point.
yes, but there's so much empty buildings now in San Francisco. What are they going to do with them?
Yeah, if you put a bunch of pods in them.
Yeah, exactly. They need to revitalize the city somehow, and this could be a solution.
I think it would be because would be a step in the right direction, honestly though, because it would help people be like a stopgap. Like, okay, like if you're doing like art or something like that doesn't pay a whole lot, but
If you're
having
collecting rent on them,
but then like if you're it's $700, like it seems very reasonable. Like if
it
you're
is 100%
like
reasonable.
you could even work a part time job and probably make enough money to maintain your lifestyle.
Yeah, and I think honestly, I think it's a very viable solution.
Hmm.
Personally, that's what I think. But let us know down in the comments down below what you guys think about all of this.
Yeah, are you really negative on it, or have you changed your mind? Because I think like for some it works for some people, but I know it's not the solution for a majority of people.
Yes, let us know down in the comments below.